Okay. Yo. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What is up, everybody? I have a very special guest, somebody who I've done work with on many different things. So I'm gonna let her start. Hello, Habibti. I'm gonna call you Miss S. I'm just gonna keep it anonymous.
Okay.
Where do we want to begin? So I've known you since what, 2018, 2017?
Yeah, 2017.
Was it 2017? Holy shit.
Yeah.
The end, I think it was like October 2017.
Yeah.
So tell everybody, like, whatever you want to tell them. I don't want to tell you what to talk about. You pick.
Okay. Hello, everyone. So I met Shireen in 2017, back when I was in university. I was, 20, 21 years old, and obviously I was crazy, and I liked this guy who was not the best for me at the time, but when you're 20, 21, every handsome person is who you want to date. So that was me, and I was crazy about him, and he probably wasn't the best for me. Not probably, but he wasn't the best for me. And then I had a reading with Shireen, and she obviously was points on, like she was heads on, and she told me everything I needed to know, and probably not what I wanted to hear, but what I needed to hear. And then I still convinced her. I was like, well, I know he's not right for me, and he has some sort of issue, but I still, want to pursue him. And then Shireen, the sweetheart that she is, she decided to take my case on. And then I was 21. I fucked up multiple times. Shireen scolded me a lot. But come to find out, I think after 14 or 15 months, the spirits were trying to protect me. It was a blessing in disguise. Let me rewind back. He did come back and we got together, but for some reason, it just never lasted. And then I found out like 14, 15 months into the relationship that he had some sort of mental challenge. So it was like blessing in disguise. And
she said mental challenge. Sorry.
Yeah, so it never worked out, and then I went back to Shireen. I told her, hey, this is what is going on, and then she told me that you should never let a guy come before you, so just start living your life and being happy. And that's what I did. I started going out with my friends. I had gained a bunch of weight, so I tried my best to join the gym, get back in shape, etc., etc. And then I met the love of my life in 2019. And yeah, what started off as just like a fun relationship, I'd say. Like him and I didn't anticipate us becoming as serious as we did. And I think we've been together since 2019. So last March, this March we completed 4 years together. And of course, having said that, Shireen has not only helped me in my love life. I know that she 100% manifested him and manifested my relationship. I always went back to her. I remember in 2019, when I was at university, I was taking some computer exams, and the computer just shut down. And my professor was being a dick at the time, and he was like, well, I'm so sorry, but, if your computer's not working, you can't take the test, so you automatically fail. And to me, that was just absurd. He's like, I'm just going to mark you for the first hour that your computer was working. And then he made it sound like he would be understanding, and the first 1 hour that I did the test, he would just grade me based on that. But when the results were displayed, he just failed me. And I'm a good student. I've always done pretty good at school. And obviously that upset me. And then I called up Shireen immediately, and we had a reading. And then she told me that, just trust her and let it go, and she would take care of it. And that's exactly what happened. Mm-hmm. The 2 days after, my professor messaged me. He's like, well, I do realize how unfair it was. And he gave me another opportunity to take the test again. And if I didn't take the test, I would have to redo the course. That means I would waste 6 months of my life, because that was the final paper, and that would decide if I graduated or not. So all thanks to Shireen. And like I said, you just have to trust the experience and let it go. The other thing we worked on was my boyfriend. We've been together for 6 years, but when we met, I think he was already friendly or had some sort of association with a third party, and then I reached out to Shireen for that as well. And of course, Shireen just told me, just trust and let it go. Trust and let it go. And that's what I did. And I do admit that it wasn't, like, it's easier said than done, but you just have to keep trusting the process and know that the spirits, Shireen, the ancestors, your ancestors, Shireen, everybody has your back. Just let it go. And that's what I did. And yeah, we are together for 6 years. I also worked on my residency. So I am originally from a different country, if you cannot already say that by my accent. but then I came to Canada, and I told Shireen that, hey, I have studied here and I love this place. I have my extended family here, and I do want to immigrate. And then Shireen asked me for some documents, and then we got started on that. And let me tell you, in 1 year, I'll be eligible for my citizenship because I've already got my permanent residency. And that's, again, thanks to Shireen. And there were some hiccups on the way, in the sense that my lawyer screwed up a document. I think she lost it or something. And then I reached out to Shireen, and Shireen did something for me, and then everything went well. So, yeah, I got my residency, and that's, again, thanks to Shireen. And I will also be reaching out to her for my citizenship a year from now. What else? And, yeah, I am making double of what I made last year. And that's because, in addition to the prosperity ritual, I did the full set prosperity work as recommended by Shireen. And now I have a job, which is like I earn much more than the average Canadian. And I earn double of what I'm making. And I am the youngest person in my department. So, yeah, you just have to trust that.
You're young as hell, too. Making more than people twice your age.
Yeah.
Mashallah.
That's 100% true. Yeah. And yeah, I think a lot of people have this misconception that you just come to Shireen and she'll do abracadabra and your life will change. That is true, but you still have to do the internal work. Like, I can almost attest to the fact that every single thing I've asked her, I have got. And these are just some of the key highlights, but there's so much that she does.
And having gratitude, having a positive fucking attitude, not being a little, why me? Why me? Why can't you do it for me? Why do I see? Like, get the fuck out of here. My spirit don't tolerate that. They do not tolerate crybabies and like people that think that they own me or them, or that they have to do what they want them to do at the drop of a hat. They will do a lot for people that have, they do amazing work, okay? But what they don't like is people acting entitled and not being, thinking that, I paid for work, so the spirits have to do what I want them to do. They fucking don't have to do a goddamn thing. And the quicker people realize that, and the quicker they are humble and have some fucking humility and have some decency and some, gratitude, the more blessings they're going to get. Like, you were an absolute pleasure. It's like, let me say, I have a damn good success rate, right? Because I have more good clients than bad, like much more good clients than bad. But let me tell you, the one thing you guys have in common, all of you that manifested, is that you are not a pain in the ass. Now, not to say pains in the asses haven't manifested, because they have, okay? But my spirits, they do that for me because they could probably see that person would, try to bash me or talk shit about me. So they do the bare minimum just to get them off my back so that I don't have to deal with them anymore. However, very shortly after that, they will take it away. They'll do just enough so that they could say, you manifested, and then they'll take it. So, or if you're really disrespectful, and if you're really entitled and really like out your fucking mind, talking crazy or disrespectful or entitled, they will fuck you up. And that's just what it is. So, and people get mad at me for saying shit like that, but I don't really care. I'm telling the truth. So don't get yourself fucked up, and don't, get yourself wasting your money by being an asshole. If you're an ungrateful, entitled person, and you think that the world owes you something and spirit owes you something, don't get work done. because spiritual work is not for the faint of heart, and it's not for the ungrateful or entitled. That's for fucking sure. This girl has been nothing but entitled, nothing but grateful and humble and kind and all of that. And all the people that manifest and keep their manifestations are. Okay, that's one thing they all have in common. So learn from her and don't be an entitled, ungrateful asshole. Anyway, boo.
Yeah. And do one last thing. And I didn't mention this, but I always kept the energy flowing. Even if I didn't require work, I always purchase stuff from Arabian.Conjure.com. So you can check that site out for her rituals. They are amazing. I think it's so important to keep the energy flowing.
I love you.
Yeah, just keep working on your stuff, and ArabianConjure.com is where you need to go to.
I love you. Now you can see, like, me and her have a rapport. Like, we've been friends now. We've known, she's like a little sister to me at this point, you know. So yeah, we have a connection. I do become close with a lot of my clients, not all of them. I mean, she books a reading every 3 months, so I talk to her every 3 months regardless. And we keep in touch with each other in between, you know. When it comes to people that, you know, have a good, you know, attitude and personality, I typically get close to them. But yeah, so don't come to me if you're an asshole, period. Anyway, thank you, Habibti, for giving me this testimonial. Again, I know you sent it to my email, but it's hard for me to download videos in my email for some reason. I really appreciate you taking the time, and thank you for always being so grateful and always showing gratitude. And I don't mean monetarily or gifts or anything, just her demeanor, just sending an email or a text saying, hey, thank you. You know, I really appreciate it. Yeah, that's as simple as it has to be. It doesn't have to be financial, money, or gifts. It's just saying thank you. That's all. Anyway, I love you, boo. I really appreciate you taking the time out. And you know, if you need anything, I'm here. I'm going to cut the camera now. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh, and don't forget to go to www.arabianconjure.com for all your spiritual supply needs, and I'll see you in the next one. Toodles, bitch.